it should not be political right now.
But it is also very unfortunate to have witnessing this kind of a saga. And in fact, this is something that even the world is watching. There is a public clarification being issued for this. What is going to be now done? In the meanwhile, while the MHA has said, when in fact till there are times to be managing for the arrangement for the last rites or the memorial, the last rites will be conducted at Nigam Bodh Ghat. And this is something that in fact the senior political maturity that needs to be in fact given and understood at this given point of time is missing, definitely. But at the same time, Mr. Bhatt, how is it fair to say that while the soul has departed and one of the best finance ministers that the country has had is in fact Dr. Singh, going forward, in fact, the country should be remembering him. Memorial last rites are ritual, and they are in fact something that without saying they have to be done. But when you think the upcoming generations, how should they be perceiving that, given the fact he has very categorically in the past mentioned that he was an accidental prime minister and accidental finance minister?
Well, he was an accidental prime minister, all right. He accepted that. He knew it. He knew it, but for certain reasons he would not have become the prime minister, so he had his own compulsions. He was tied in a chain. And then he was said, you function as a prime minister. How does it happen? He was tied in a chain. Because we should not forget that. Because see, good things about Dr. Manmohan Singh was his, bearing capacity. He knew where to speak, where not to speak. And that's why he kept mum. They called him a Moni Baba also. But that was for a reason. But you should not forget that one fact also, that during his last 3 or 4 years of his second term, there were umpteen number of scams that came out. We are not going to discuss that today right now. But what I'm saying is, you have to remember a prime minister, retrospectively for his good deeds and the deeds what he did for the country. And he was the pioneer in liberalization. He started it. Now today, RTE and RTI are the tools people are not realizing, but that has strengthened and that has given the Indian masses so much that today we have our financial system on our fingertips. Now that it all paved way with that education level. The amount of net users today. See, those fundamental changes which came about, that foreign policy where he was ready to put his foot down, he was ready to quit his prime ministership for that nuclear deal. Now that you have to remember. And good deeds, good things what he did. But then again, this is, hypocrisy of political party that I see. How is it? It was the same party that refused P.V. Narasimha Rao's dead body to be brought to AICC office.
All right.
Now we are talking of this. Yes, there has to be a memorial. He was our prime minister, whether we like it or not, whether I and you voted for him or not, that's another question. But he was our prime minister, and that needs to be remembered. And that's why I was not surprised when yesterday during the daytime, Prime Minister Modi went there. He respects that democracy. And you can expect nothing. You can expect absolutely nothing less than the proper state burial for him. And that needs to be done. Simple as that. What is the controversy about it? Just because Mallikarjun Kharge happens to be Congress president and he has to say it to score a brownie political point, it doesn't work that way. People are seeing through these things these days.
All right. Mr. Bhatt, I'll request you to kindly stay on with me on the broadcast while we are also